Then guys, hope I haven't got any toast in my teeth. What time is it? It's about 11 o'clock. I had an early start this morning. Still working out what fish I want to take to the National. I'm 75%, certain what I'm going to take. But what I've done is starting to condition the fish now. Obviously, I've been conditioning the fish ready for the show for quite a while now, really. I dropped my temperature down to 18°C about a week and a half ago, which is a decent amount of time, but I wanted to try something different this year. I wanted to try to drop the fish down to 18 degrees a little longer, purely to see if it will condition the fish even more, because obviously, I don't know if anyone knows, but 24 degrees is really a good temperature for growth for fish, but not really great for conditioning. 18 degrees is really the magical temperature for, you're going to get a bit of growth, but it's really good for conditioning the skin and all that kind of stuff. It's my first day off the food today, so we're a week, so it's Friday today. I'm bagging up the fish on next Friday, so I normally only leave it 5 days without food, but I'm so happy with the volume of my fish now. I will really give them a clear out of food ready for the National. Now they're going to be grazing on the side of the pond with the algae and all that kind of stuff. That's obvious. You're not going to not have anything going through the fish unless the pond is brand spanking new and you've got no algae in there and no food going in. But I'm quite happy with the condition of the fish. A few of the fish that I wanted to take to the National, because believe it or not, some of the fish in there have not seen a temperature of 18°C before. They've never been below 24°C in this pond for the last 3 years, I think it is. So, is it 3 years? It might be 3 years actually. So, they're not particularly happy. 18 degrees for these fish actually feels like they're probably in the South Pole. So, they're not happy. I've got quite a vigorous trickling going on at the moment as well to keep that water replenished and all that kind of stuff. Some people don't like it. My water's really good, so I do that. One or two of the fish that I was taking is holding a little bit of mucus that I wasn't happy about. So what I've done is this morning now I've had a couple of great guys come around. They've basically dibbed a couple of the fish in the pond, so they got down here early. Sorry guys, but not only a few of them. There's not many. But basically, what I decided to do was a PP bath on 3 or 4 of the fish. So they had a 4-minute PP bath just to get that mucus shedding, and then straight back into the pond. And as you can see there, guys, the pond is having its first PP treatment. So not a particularly big dose, but slightly more that's on the packet, if that makes sense. I'm not going to tell anyone the doses I do because it's not fair. If something happens, then obviously it's not very fair. And I'm really comfortable with doing PP now. And bearing in mind, I normally do it at 24°C, so it's 18°C now. So the oxygen content in the water is way higher, and I have got loads of oxygen. If you look behind me there, I've got 2 Fujimax, a 300 and a 60, I think it is, flat out. Trust me, there is more oxygen in this water than I don't know what. Fish are fine, they're just chilling. I don't normally neutralize potassium permanganate. I am going to neutralize it this time, purely for the fact that this evening I'm going to neutralize it because I want the water to go clear again. I do want to see the condition of the fish. I want to see the mucus actually coming off the fish over the next few days, and that will probably dictate to me, do I want to do another one? I don't know. So, I do listen to people I'm close with, who knows a lot more about koi than I do. And believe it or not, I don't know a lot about koi in the grand scheme of things. There's a lot of knowledgeable people out there which I'm really listening to, and some of the success I've had from the koi shows are all from them. So I'd like to thank especially the boys from Exclusively. Come on, they do give me some good knowledge, and they give me some good advice. So I do follow their lead quite a lot. I don't need to ask them that much now, because obviously I've learned from the past and I know this is what they're going to want me to do, so I kind of do it. But anyway, yeah, off the feed, PP treatment today. We're 7 days out from the show. Might be interesting for people to know what I do. Now, I don't win GC or anything like that, so maybe Ian Jenkins and Chip and all that kind of stuff can tell you how they do it, probably way better than me. But, you know, this is one way to do it. It's my way to do it, so we're going to do that. Pond's running great. I done my VAT selection almost finished my VAT selection for the national. I still have some points left. I think I've got about 9 or 10 points left, because I got a 2.8 metre VAT. I think it's 51 points. So for instance, if I select a fish which is size 1, let's just say it's 24 cm, 15 to 25 cm is size 1, that's 1 point, okay? So I think maybe size 5 is like 4 or 6 points, something like that. So depending on the size of the fish, it depends on the point system. So the VATs aren't overstocked with fish, obviously, because that would be detrimental to the fish's well-being and health. So, which is good. Now, I'm not really interested in maxing out the VAT points, because I'm going to bench my fish. Some of the fish are very close to the mark. I've got a lot of fish which are 54 cm and 64 cm. So they're very close to the size. I measure them as accurately and as honestly as I can, because as soon as the fish looks like it's close to the next size category, the benching team will double check it anyway. So there's no way around it now. And I know some of my fish, some of my Sankey and my Kawaku, they've got big bodies and they're very close to the next size category, and that's going to make them appear a lot bigger than 64 cm or 54 cm, for instance. Like some of my fish that are 54 cm, because of their body volume, if there's no measuring tape in the local area, you know, you'd swear that you'd go, that's not 54, that's 62, 64 cm. Do you know what I mean? Because they do look, the fish has got big volume and a nice body, it is deceiving. I've seen it in Japan time and time again, where you go like, oh, that's nice, and then you measure it and you go like, oh my god, it's only that, because they look big, impressive. And that's why always getting a fish in the right side of the size category is always massive bonus. Now, I've got 1 or 2 fish. For instance, I'll tell you how it is. I've got my Danichi Yellow Monkey, which is right in the middle of the category. I think it is, no, I can't remember. I've got 1 fish which is right in the middle of the size category. I think it's 50 cm, but the body is great on it. So the fish actually will probably stand a reasonable chance. You don't know what fish are there, but the fish will stand a reasonable good chance against a fish which is 4 centimeters longer than it, because it's still got a nice body. So we'll see. It's obviously all that's common knowledge, but like body volume on a fish really does catapult your eye into thinking it is way bigger, more impressive. So that's obviously a good thing for the judging side. Yeah, so I'm buzzing. So that's all I'm going to do for now. I'll do this little video, probably end it at the end of the weekend, and then this will probably get posted on Sunday or Monday, and obviously the show will be on the Friday. So you can just watch how I'm sort of doing it, and we'll see how it goes on. But you know what Sod's Law is? The fish that I want to take, you know, in the next 5 days, you know what? Throw a scale, split a fin. It happens. Do you know what I mean? And like, it's Sod's Law, mate. It's going to be the fish that I'm most proud of, that will possibly stand the best chance, is always the fish that, yeah, has something done to it. So, you know, that's why I'm not actually going to bench my fish until I'll give it another few days, and we'll see what's going on. But yeah, really looking forward to the show now. I mean, am I going to take Wolf? I don't know. I've had 3 people here this morning, and Wolf he's not naughty. He's just full of life. He's flat out. And as soon as my attention is drifted away from Wolf. He doesn't play up, but, you know, he wants that attention from me. So, and I think in the Newark show, my attention can't be 100% on Wolf, because there's going to be a lot of people that want to chat and stuff, and I love chatting. So, and I've got to help the boys from Exclusively. So I don't know. I've told him he's going, but then I've got that koi event here. So the Sunday after the National, I'm going to have a couple of vats here with all the tozai in it, and the other fish in the pond are also ready to go. So so I'll just say, oh, this is the show. So he won't be that disheartened, but I just think, yeah, it would be amazing to take him, but I don't know. I'm 50-50, so we'll see. And it's a long way for him, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Long way for him to go up there. It's like, was it like 3.5 hours or something? Early morning, packing the fish. I don't know. So we'll see. So what we're going to do now, guys, is I've got a cheeky day off. It's Friday. I've got myself a lovely cup of coffee. Remember, guys, I've got 50 of these for the show, and 2 of those special edition ones. And I want to talk as well, guys. Don't forget that the Matsue Kawaku Grow and Show is going ahead at Exclusively Koi's tent or pitch or shop for the National, right? I'm not quite sure when the doors are opening. So that event, those Matsue fish are in one vat, okay? And that's going to be going on all weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And how it's going to work is you pay for the fish on the day. It's not, you don't buy a ticket this time. It's first come, first serve. It's literally, we're going to do it Hiroi Koi Farm style. So literally the first guys to get through that door and make their way to Exclusively Koi will have chopstick number 1. All the way down to chopstick number 50. Because I think there's 50 Kawaku in there. So yeah, that's how it's going to be done. So yeah. Get yourself over to Exclusively, get those chopsticks, and then there's no rush then for selection. There really is not much of a time limit for selecting it, because we've got all day. You know, no one will be accessing those koi apart from the people that get those chopsticks and pay their way to select. So if chopstick number 1 takes 20 minutes, my eyes look red today. I'm really suffering from a bit of hay fever for some reason. Yeah, and then also it's going to spill on to the Sunday as well, guys. So, you know, there should be, you know, will the fish all go on Saturday? I don't know. They're 195 and they're Matsue with certificates, and they are absolutely, like, mind-blowing. Like, I've got one. Although I'm pretty sure I paid more. He always does me. Brian's a bugger. But anyway, yeah, so, yeah, get down there on the Saturday if you're keen to get one. And I'm sure, mate, if you can't get down there until Sunday, yeah, you know, I'm sure there's going to be some left. Well, you know, I hope for Exclusively Koi that there isn't, but I hope for all of you that there is. So if you can get down there on Saturday, or you've got a friend that can get down there, get a chopstick and pay for you and select for you, that's fine. That's okay. Like I said, even if you want a hand selecting from Ryan or Kevin, I'm sure they've got 10 minutes just to come and have a little look and do a selection for you. So, yeah, that's no problem. But, yeah, buzzing. Right, what I've got to do now is, I've promised my mum, I've done a garden, didn't I? And the steps are literally a death trap. So I'm going to take the mixer, I'll leave the mixer in here because it's a pain in the ass here. Take the mixer and show Wolf how to do a little bit of a compo mix. So, I'll probably get a cheeky egg sandwich at my mum's. Another thing that came in the post, guys, was, if you can remember, I was having problems with that. So this one come, 150 quid. It's obviously not quite as big, but the outlets and the inlets are in exactly the same place. And because that one's faulty, to be honest, it's going to work a lot better than the one that's there. Even though the one that's there is actually working okay now. So, sod's law, isn't it? But yeah, there's amalgams. Mugs of choice. Gas, we've got Japanese koi import. He sent me that the other day. Go and check those out. And obviously, that one. Got some Bristolians here today, look. Old John and Kev. I'm not going to tell you who's who, because one's probably wanted. They've come to have a little look at the koi. The koi have got There's a little bit of scum left on there from the PP I'm doing at the moment, just to prep them for the show. But I'll turn off the. They've come down to have a little poach. They have more than anything, haven't they?
Yep.
So there we are then, guys. That is one of the. Was that Momatero?
Momatero.
That's one of my Momatero grow-ons that John took back to Bristol. So it's the same. It's from the same batch as I've got the Maritan in there. But to be honest, that's got a nice body on it now. Really nice clean fish. Oh, I know how to select them, John. Here we go then, guys. So what day are we on? We are on Monday. So Monday, I've just put the air on here because we have got the last PP treatment going in to reduce the mucus coat on the fish. The last conditioning process that I do. So yeah. So the fish are going to have a little bit of a PP treatment. not a very harsh one. Quite a bit, just a bit of a dusting. But the fish are looking yeah, particularly nice now. So I've got one particular indicating fish, which is Tucano Sankey, and yeah, it's looking very nice condition. The Tucano Sankey is that one right there. And as you can see, it has got a little tiny fluffing of mucus left on the head. Now, I know when that one becomes clean, the rest of them are in mint condition. Hello, big boy, what are you doing?
My castle's starting to look good.
What's that?
My castle's good.
Your castle's good in the house, is it? I'll come in and have a look now in a minute.
Yeah.
All right?
It's really big.
Really big, is it? I'll have a look in a minute, okay?
Really big, like,
Awesome. Show me your muscles. Ooh, awesome.
Oh, we got that before.
Yeah, the water's gone pink because I've got a treatment in there to make the fish ready for the show, isn't it? Remember? You want to have a look, do you? Come on in.
Oh, does that water make it white again?
The water makes the white a bit whiter, yeah, well done. You do listen to me, didn't you?
Oh, Toria.
Don't step on that, it's wet. Tony's in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you say potassium permanganate?
Potassium mango.
Oh my god, that's not too bad actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you looking forward to the show?
Yeah.
No fishes in there tonight, mate.
Why?
Because there's not. There's no fishes in there. But we're just doing this now for these fishies, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting them ready for the show, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right then.
The show's gonna be really big.
The show's really big. And all the guys are making the show right now and they're working really hard.
And is there little people there?
There's going to be a few little people there. You're going to be the cutest little person there, though. What have you just had for dinner?
Sausages and chips and ketchup.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And who done that mark on your hair? Mummy.
Mummy.
Not too happy about that, am I? Show us your tram line. Let's have a look. Turn around. The other side. Uh-oh. Right. We'll have to sort that out, won't we?
What tramline?
You like it, didn't you?
Yeah. What's that tramline?
Tram line is called. Yeah, you're cool. All right, vanilla rice. But here we are then, guys. So obviously, last little treatment. Huh?
Those fishes have bum bums.
Those fishes have bum bums, do they?
Doing that.
Yeah. So anyway, the treatment is probably going to stay purple for a fair few... Don't touch the water, baby. The treatment's going to stay purple for a fair few hours now because the koi haven't been fed for a number of days now. So... Have a bloody end in these shores. So what day are we on now? This is Thursday morning. I've had a rubbish night's sleep, but the last final little prep. So the fish are looking really good now. One or two fish is just holding a little bit too much mucus for my liking. So what I'm going to do is give them a salt bath. So quite a big bowl. With about a litres worth of salt. Leave that all mix in for a minute. But I've also got 75 litres of salt, which I'm going to put in the pond as well right now. and that water back in. So I'm going to put an air stone in this really quick, and we are going to get that dissolved. So give me a little bit more length. What I do is, for my air stone, is I just use the garden hose. Look, it's just up there, but it takes a little while for the air pump to push. There we are. Push all the oxygen out, and then I put my little Japanese air stone on, and that'll do the trick. So there we are then, guys. There's the two koi in question. When I'm saying they're holding mucus, I'm saying there is a tiny bit left on their head, on their kind of like skin area. So what I am doing is just 20 minutes in that salt bath. So it's basically one of those big bowls with a litre of salt in there. It's not measured. Litre of salt, air stone. They look quite comfortable. Don't think they really care that much, but this will dissolve the mucus and strip the mucus off over the next like 48 hours pretty much. Now bear in mind, the fish aren't being judged until the Saturday, so we are on Thursday now, so that should be okay. The rest of the fish are actually looking pretty good, so they don't need nothing. There's always a couple of fish that will hold mucus in the pond, guys, so you know, it's the same as, I guess, people, like, you know, some people get acne, some people don't, so, you know, but there is a very, very, very limited amount of salt on this. What I do now is put the 3 sacks in here and turn right down the trickle in. So when I come back from the BKKS, it's going to help all the rest of the fish as well. But when I come back from the National Koi Show, I'm going to set my air pump to a little higher, raise it maybe to about 21, 22 C, well 21, and then acclimate them when I come back, and yeah, introduce them back to the pond. Then guys, so I've sacked the net because obviously when the fish sort of are uncomfortable and they're going back and forth on the net, if they come back on the net here, what happens is they'll catch the front ray of their dorsal fin, and that will rip it. So I'm very skeptical about nets, to be honest, but found a great alternative. So that's nice and soft. Hopefully nothing's going to get stuck on that. But like you can see, look at all this coming off, guys. This is pretty much mucus from the fish. So and it will also keep stripping the mucus over the course of the next 48 hours, like I'm saying. So there's 3 fish in it at the moment, as you can see. I don't think it will be instantaneous, the mucus strip, but well, obviously you can see something's happening. We've salted the bottom of the pond with 75 kilos, believe it or not. And now I'm going to turn the trickle in right down, because it's not being fed at the moment for the last week. So we're really going to keep the salt in this water ready for these things to come back. Now tonight I'm going to be flat out, packing, getting everything ready. I've got a full day's work today. And yesterday I cleaned the whole house. I cleaned everything. I put loads of stuff up the attic, cleaned all the back there and all that kind of stuff. So it's less work for me for next Sunday. Because you can remember, next Sunday, anyone's allowed down. I'm going to have a couple of vats here with all my fish in there, and obviously fish in the pond. And if you want any fish, come down here, bring your own box. I've got some bags, but if you've got bags and boxes, bring them down. Everything's for sale, guys. So enjoy. Now there you guys. So just finished a nice full day's work. It is currently 5 p.m. on Thursday. So remember, we need to do some cleaning of the boxes. We need to get everything ready. I got to empty the van. I got to do some stuff now and get everything prepped, ready for the National Koi Show. So leave it with me. I better get started. Choices. So I got loads of points left in the vat. So again, I can fill up the vat about 5 times over probably with point wise, but I think I've got 51 points in a 2.8 meter vat. I'm up to 40 points. So, I mean, do I just stick something else in there, or am I just happy with what I've got and not be greedy? So that's the list. Ooh. What we've got is all of the fish names and breeders and sizes on the bags. So tomorrow morning, when I'm sleepy, I could just look at these and go, that goes in there, that goes in there, that goes in there. So this bag has got lots of the size 1 in, which is fine. They can all go in there. To be honest, the size 1s are still at 20 degrees, so they're going to go in their own bag. And then we've got the other koi from the big pond there. I'm not quite sure. I've got enough room to take one more koi. I made a decision, guys. I am representing Yamaguchi for my last koi. Do I think it's going to do all right? Well, let's put it this way. It's 54.5 cm, so it's at a very good size for the category. It's kind of funky. Is it going to be technically perfect? Not sure. The body's good. The pattern's interesting. The skin's good. The Kiwa and Sashi, is it tight? It's tight enough for me. Is it tight enough for them? And what other fish are going to be there? There's always a better fish, guys. So, yeah. And then that gives me a grand total of 44 points. So, if any of those are deemed oversized, which I have literally measured those genuinely, because they're going to get benched again anyway if they look close to it. And, like, ironically, I'd say 75% of all my fish are very, very close to the upper size of the categories, which is good for me. So, yeah, that's good. So now I'm going to work out how many boxes. I'm just going to put the bags on the boxes, double bag them, ready to go. And fingers crossed, I'm just going to pack some clothes now. And I am taking Wolf Boy Slim, and Yasmin is coming with me. So it's going to be really good. I think Yasmin's just going to sit down and just drink and look after Wolf, even though he wants to be with me. So I'll probably have him hanging off me like a little bloody limpet. Cheers, everyone. And I'm so looking forward to the weekend. And guys, keep watching, because over to my main man, Ryan Stoddard from Exclusively Koi, with some information on the Matsue Grow and Show. And I am super chuffed to see that. And I'm quite gutted that my Matsue choice is not in the pond, because it was in a heated pond in his facility. But I wanted mine to be there so you could see mine at the same time. So it is what it is. But hey ho. See everyone at the National. Please come and say hello. Say hello to Wolf. Don't buy him chocolate because he's a nightmare. And if you do, I know you're just pulling the piss out of me. Yeah, mine's a lager, thanks. And guys, I think that's it. So we've got all the boxes ready to go. I have to take this as well for one of the koi. So here's what it is. My Danichi show was going to fit in there. I bought some new oxygen the other day. Well, I didn't buy it, but I've got a bigger one now just for the garage, and my smaller one is in the van out there. So I think I'm gonna go inside now and scratch my head and make sure there's nothing else I need. But I think I've got. In one koi show, I did forget a koi, so let's wait until tomorrow. Wake up with a fresh head. I am on the corona though, so I've got to be careful there.
Hi guys, it's Ryan here, just at the National Koi Show. Had the first day of preparations, get everything set up, all the stand, everything's looking pretty impressive. Start getting all the dry goods in, last few bits tomorrow. Yeah, some glorious weather, apart from that massive grey cloud there, but yeah, weather's been nice today. So just a quick one, just to fill you in on what's happening with the Matsue Grow and Show, guys. Obviously there's been an absolute ton of interest in it, so I'm just going to let you run down now quickly how it's going to work, because a lot of you have been asking. And obviously we're going to be ready for you on Saturday morning. So as the gates open, we are literally launching it straight away. It's going to be on a first come first serve basis. So when you hit the tent, the first thing that you'll see in the centre will be the fish. The board is adjacent to that with all the certificates on, and they will be numbered. So what you're going to do is, and the easiest thing to make it easy for everybody, is we're going to be literally pay the money, you'll get presented with a number. That number will be the picking number. Myself and Lee will be there at the side of the vat to make the picking process easy. From that, we'll get the fish bagged up, you'll get your certificate, and then that is literally, we'll take a few details off you. So we need a name and a number, just so we can contact you when things are ready. But yeah, pretty much as simple as that. There is no limit to the amount of tickets as well. If you want more than one, not a problem, just let us know and we'll present you with multiple tickets, what you're going to have. But yeah, pretty much it's going to be as simple as that. There's been plenty of staff on to make sure everyone's tended to. Plenty of sake food as well to get them Matsue fed. So again, there's some great prices on the sake food. Again, if you need any advice on feeding regimes or what balance of diet to feed, obviously give us a shout. we'll be on hand to answer those questions. But yeah, pretty much first come first serve. All I'm going to say is get up nice and early, get in there, get your money paid, get in it. The trip to Japan in February, trust me, if you've never been to Japan before, will be something to remember. You're going to join myself, Kevin and Lee on that trip. Like I say, we are covering the flight to Japan as the prize when we get that judged by Matsue in October, November time. But yeah, it's going to be really exciting. So yeah, hopefully things will go well. Please, if it is busy on that morning, bear with us, because it will take a bit of time. If people are, going through the picking process, it will take a little bit of time. But hopefully it's going to go as smooth as it possibly can. We want to make it fun as well, obviously. It's not just in out, do what we're doing. It'd be nice to sort of speak to people, help each other out, and get through it. I think it'd be great. I think it's a great event to do as well. National, why not? Growing show from Matsue. £195 a ticket, like I say, and it's your chance to go get a free flight to Japan. So yeah, why not? But hopefully, if not, myself and the team will see you there Saturday morning, obviously, and the Hadfield. We're seeing you there, bright and breezy. But yeah, like I say, guys, anything else you need, we're there for you. But yeah, see you soon. Also, a little bit of look on the progress, a little sneak peek inside the tent, just to see what's going off. Made some good setup. But yeah, weather's nice. The team have done an amazing job as well setting up. Showground's looking absolutely fantastic. Other dealers have started turning up as well, doing their bit, all getting set up and prepared for tomorrow.